You know, the White House is more than just a building. It's more than 18 acres of land in Washington, D.C.
It's the place where Americans look for leadership when the night is at its darkest and when the dawn breaks brightest.
It's a commitment to the Republic and to our sacred Constitution.
It's a promise to temper strength with compassion.
Ever wonder what Trump gets up to when he's not tweeting? Well, buckle up, because the Lincoln Project just dropped 6 new parody ads that will have you spitting out your coffee. They've got everything: golf tantrums, courtroom meltdowns, and Trump stumbling through life like a toddler trying to figure out a smartphone. It's honestly like watching a train wreck, except the train is bright orange and yelling "fake news" at the tracks. And before we keep going, I'm going to ask you for one quick favor. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button and subscribe. Seriously, over 98% of people who watch never subscribe. It costs nothing, and it helps the channel more than you know. Did you click it? Perfect. Thank you. Now, back to the chaos. Just picture this. Our orange-tinted golf superstar steps onto the green, fully convinced he's about to show off his incredible talent, completely unaware that he's about to headline his own little comedy special.
The Lincoln Project salutes Vice President Donald Trump. As Vice President, Trump will finally have the time to do the things that make him happiest. We at the Lincoln Project are confident that Donald Trump understands his position. Elon is smarter, wealthier, more charismatic, has a far superior and more successful social media platform and company. Talk about old movies, playing on his phone, admiring the assets of other men. Meanwhile, President Musk can get down to the business of running the country.
As Trump strolls onto the golf course with his fake tan glowing brighter than a traffic cone, he's feeling pretty proud of himself, right up until he notices something on the giant screen that makes his tiny hands curl into fists. It's a Lincoln Project ad, and this one hits him exactly where it hurts, comparing his legal mess to a toddler throwing a tantrum. Because honestly, nothing screams presidential like stomping your feet and holding your breath until you turn blue. Or in Trump's case, even more orange. But humiliation isn't about to slow down our self-proclaimed golfer-in-chief. So he grabs his club, determined to prove he's basically the Tiger Woods of politics. Spoiler alert, he's not.
Millions of Republicans, more all the time, are feeling the pressure. The pressure to vote for the party, to toe the line, to pull the lever the way you always did before.
There's a rigged trial.
They rigged an election.
The system is rigged. Mexico's going to pay for the wall.
I believe that Joe Biden had a terrible night last night. A terrible night. An F- night. It was a bad night. That doesn't change who Trump is.
As Trump lines up his shot, his face tightens like he just tasted something sour. Maybe it's finally hitting him that his stable genius title doesn't apply to sports. Or maybe he's just, well, Trump. You never really know. And then comes the moment. He swings and, drum roll, he completely whiffs it, barely tapping the ball as it rolls off like a sad, deflated balloon. Honestly, it's almost as disappointing as his presidency, but he's not giving up. He tries again and again, and with every missed putt, his face gets redder like a tomato slowly roasting in the sun. Only this tomato has a bad come-over and tiny hands. At this point, he doesn't look anything like a golf pro. He looks more like a toddler trying to whack a piñata while blindfolded. His frustration is growing faster than his list of indictments, and that's saying a lot.
Biden says he cares about law and order. He says he believes in our institutions, our safety, and the rule of law. So why is Joe Biden publicly appearing on stage with a convicted felon? In January 2025, the future that generations were warned about will arrive. We know AI will change everything, but a far greater threat is here now. Because that day in January isn't about artificial intelligence. It's about actual stupidity.
Finally, Trump snaps. And in a move that would make a caveman proud, he slams his golf club into the ground, sending expensive pieces flying everywhere, probably worth more than some Americans make in a year. But hey, who needs healthcare when you've got luxury golf club confetti, right? As he storms off the course, leaving behind broken gear and bruised egos, you can practically hear tiny violins playing in the background. The perfect soundtrack for the world's smallest pity party. And just when you think his orange-tinted day can't get any worse, surprise! The golf fiasco was only the warm-up act. Hold on to your MAGA hats because Donnie is about to face his ultimate nightmare, a world without Twitter. Picture him still fuming from his meltdown, reaching for his phone like a baby reaching for a pacifier, his tiny fingers desperate to unleash a legendary tweet storm. But the second he starts tapping, something feels off. The bird is gone, and the look on his face is priceless. Like a kid finding out Santa isn't real, the Easter Bunny was just dad in a costume, and vegetables actually exist, all at the same time.
He did not make a single appeal to a moderate voter, to an independent voter, to a centrist voter, or even to the millions and millions of Republican voters who voted for Nikki Haley this year or Ron DeSantis. That no matter what happens with Joe Biden, no matter what he decides or what happens in the Democratic Party, you can never take your foot off the gas of attacking Donald Trump.
When did conservative values become about one man? When did faith go from looking upward to looking the other way? Donald Trump doesn't represent the party of...
His expression shifts from confusion to disbelief, and then straight into panic. And you can almost see the gears grinding inside that orange head of his as he thinks, how am I supposed to tell the world about my unfair treatment now? But Donnie isn't one to quit. He starts digging through every trick stuffed into that ill-fitting suit sleeve. Facebook? No. Instagram? Still banned. In a moment of pure desperation, he even considers TikTok. And honestly, imagining Trump doing a dance challenge is a visual none of us ever needed. With every app shutting him out, his frustration climbs, and he starts muttering about the deep state lurking everywhere, probably imagining them hiding inside his phone like some digital boogeyman. It might almost be cute if it weren't so sad. But the real comedy hits when he finally explodes, yelling at his phone like it's a naughty puppy that just peed on his golden toilet, screaming fake news and witch hunt. His face turns a shade of red that would make a tomato jealous, as if he truly believes Twitter might hear him and suddenly feel guilty for banning him.
Maybe the best economy.
November 5th is going to be the most important day in the history of our country. The virus that goes away in April.
Then, in a moment of pure, unfiltered Trump rage, he does the unthinkable. Our former tweeter-in-chief winds up and hurls his phone with all the force his tiny hands can manage. It flies through the air in this weirdly majestic arc, catching the sunlight just right before dropping into a nearby water hazard with a dramatic little plop. As he watches his precious phone sink into the murky water, you can almost see the gears turning in his head. Maybe this is a sign he should start his own social network. He'll call it Truth Social, and that'll show everyone. Because nothing says truth like a guy who thinks windmills cause cancer and injecting bleach might cure COVID. Well, folks, it's safe to say our favorite orange character has had quite a day. From botched golf shots to public tantrums, he's been on a roll, just not the good kind. But hey, at least he's consistent in his ridiculousness. And here's the real kicker. An informed voter is a politician's worst nightmare. So take a page out of the Lincoln Project's playbook and actually use your brain. Don't just swallow everything Donnie or Grumpy Trumpy throws your way. Put that noggin to work. When election day comes, vote like your sanity depends on it. Because with characters like this roaming around in politics, it kinda does. So stay informed, stay sane, and keep your sense of humor close. We're definitely going to need it.